Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group, and you're watching to the Market Watch review. The markets are finishing up this week's activity. Japan returned from its holiday yesterday and bought equities. Major indices rose more than 2%. Australia, South Korea, and China all struggled. Europe's Stoxx 600 is stronger for the third consecutive session. This week, it is up 1.3%. Futures in the US are also stronger. The greenback is mixed. The dollar-bloc currencies are slightly more firm than the Norwegian krone and the Norwegian krone, while sterling and the yen are down around 0.3 to 0.6%. The gold price is consolidating at lower levels after it was reverted from $1,800 in midweek. It is currently at $1,787.50 and has risen 0.7% in the last week. The September WTI is trending higher for the third consecutive session. This would match the longest streak of January. Asian Pacific market. As trading opens for the week, Japan and China will remove some highly sensitive market-sensitive high-frequency data. Japan will release its second quarter GDP estimate. China reports July consumption and industrial output figures, as well as employment and investment. The U.S. 10-year yield rose 10 BP yesterday, but the dollar only barely recovered against the yen. The greenback fell 1.6% Wednesday after the U.S. CPI was softer than expected. However, it rose 0.1% yesterday and is now a little higher. The Australian dollar is at its highest level in 2 months, with a gain of around 3% this week. Yesterday, it was at 0.7140. Technical targets for the $0.7150 to 0.7170 area are next. Market of Europe. The Eurozone's industrial output rose by 0.7%, which is well above the Bloomberg survey's median forecast of 0.2%. The strong rise in the euro to nearly $1.0370 on Wednesday has stopped. The euro is consolidating within yesterday's narrow range. In June, the UK economy contracted by 0.6%. This ensured a contraction of Q2. Although the 0.1% contraction was smaller than anticipated, it was still significant. One bright spot was that business investment was more robust than expected. Data did not affect the market's expectations for next month's BOE meeting. Swaps market is at 85% chance that another 50 BP increase will be discounted. Sterling stalled in a similar fashion to the euro. Market of America. The S&P 500 will rise for the fourth week in a row, barring a sudden fall today. The 10-year yield dropped by 4 to 5 BP over the last 3 weeks of July, but has recovered about half its value in August. From 75% to 47%, the odds of a 7 to 5 BP rate increase at next month's FOMC meeting declined from around 7 to 5% to approximately 47%. Yesterday's US dollar drop was slightly below CAD 1.2730, which is its lowest level since June. It recovered to 1.2775 thanks to slippage in the S&P 500 as well as the Nasdaq. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.